So welcome back to another video. In this one today, I'm going to be speaking to you about turning away and just simply saying no to social media marketing clients. Now, just before we jump into that, if you are new around here, it'd be great if you can hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss another upload. And let's jump into it. So in all honesty, not a lot of people speak about this because understandably, myself included, speak a lot about focusing on getting clients, spending your time on income producing activities, things like client acquisition, and actually reaching out to business owners. And we always speak about growing revenue, growing sales, making more money, increasing retainers, but we don't often speak about turning away clients, turning away income, and turning away money, and why you would ever do that. And to give you a bit of a story, prime example of why you should turn away clients is something that happened to me within my first few months of starting my agency. Now, to cut a long story short, I took on a client for way lower of a retainer than I ever should have accepted, and a client that I never really should have taken on because I could tell in the very first call with her that she was extremely high maintenance. She was rude, she wasn't nice, and she was trying to nickel and dime me for every single penny, and she tried to push my price down. Now, nowadays I would never take on that client, but obviously in the beginning I was eager and I made a mistake, but I took the client on. And all that led to was wasted time, headaches, stress. I wasn't able to spend as much time getting results for my other clients, as much time on client acquisition and getting new clients. It was affecting my home life because I was always sort of on edge and waiting for the next time that I would slip up and make a mistake, even though it was just her being, in all honesty, unreasonable. And that whole thing, even though I was getting paid, I think £50 a week, that affected my business in such a way because, as mentioned, I couldn't go out and get new clients. I couldn't focus on getting even better results for my current clients. With my home life, with my fiance and things like that, I was stressed and negative and worried and anxious. Now, is that worth that one client? Is that one client worth all of that? 100% not. So sometimes in social media marketing, if something isn't a good fit, just simply say no. You don't have to take them on. If you don't take on a client, you are in no worse of a position than you currently are right now. Now, obviously, don't turn away clients that clearly could be a good fit, but if you can tell straight away that they're negative, that they've got negative energy, maybe you don't believe in the product or service, but you just want to land the client, but you don't believe in it, Maybe you just don't get on well, or generally maybe you just can't help the business. You should say no and turn down that client, because what I don't want to happen is for you to make the same mistakes that I made in the beginning and have all that wasted time, have all that extra stress, which couldn't allow you to scale and get more clients. So the value for you in this is obviously, number one, understanding it's okay to say no and you can say no. But I want to give you a couple of telltale signs of what to look for when to say no. We speak a lot about this. I speak a lot about it in my training program. I speak a lot about it on my YouTube channel. But you should always be the person in control of the sales call. Now, if you go on the sales call, you try to take control, and they're not having it. They're trying to take control, and it's just this alpha battle. And you can tell that they look down on you. They don't perceive you as an expert. They're just telling you you're going to do this. They're telling you the way it's going to be. That is a red flag immediately, all right? You're coming in as an expert to offer your services to help them, okay? They need your help and you don't need them. So straight away, if there's a positioning issue and they look down on you and they don't treat you with respect, that is a huge red flag. That's probably the biggest telltale sign that you want to turn away a client and say no, because what comes along with that, there's headaches, it's stress, it's always your fault, it's never theirs. So that's one thing to look for. Another thing to look for is when they're trying to nickel and dime you and squeeze you out of every single penny. Now, yes, it is 100% okay to negotiate. Let's say you price at £1,000 a month, $1,000 a month, and the business generally, and you know this, cannot afford your services. Then you can work out a negotiation. You could do 50% for the first 3 months. Maybe if it's social media management, rather than posting every day, you can offer a different package and price for posting every other day. You can negotiate, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But if they're trying to nickel and dime you for every last penny and squeeze every last penny out of you, again, that is very similar to the first thing. They just don't have respect for you. They don't believe in your price. And guess what? They're probably going to have more limiting beliefs in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, where they're going to be like, you know what, this isn't ROI positive already. This isn't worth it. Boom, gone. So you also want to look out for people that are trying to nickel and dime and squeeze every single last penny out of you, because that, generally speaking, isn't a good sign. The third thing to look for is if you just can't help the business. Now, obviously, it's okay to throw yourself in the deep end and maybe put yourself out of your comfort zone and do stuff maybe that you're not 100% certain, but it forces you to learn, it forces you to adapt. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But if you can tell right away now, you cannot help that business, there's no way on earth that you're going to be able to help them. You're only going to tarnish your name, your reputation, you may get chargebacks, they're not going to give you any referrals, and you're just going to lose the client in a few months anyway. So there's really no point in doing that if you know for a fact you can't help them. And very similar to this as well is if you just don't believe in the product or service. I mean, you know, I've had a lot of people approach me that, you know, work in like the gambling industry, and honestly, I wouldn't even want to mention it on the YouTube channel. I have some really weird bloody companies come to me before, like asking for my help with social media marketing, and I've simply just turned them away because I don't want to work with a business like that. And again, it's different for everybody, but if you don't believe in the product, you don't believe in the service, you don't want to help build that brand, build that social media presence, generate sales for them, then simply just say no and don't work with them. Now, 95% of the time, this isn't going to happen. It's going to be, again, completely fine. You're hopefully going to have a fantastic working relationship. You will be able to help them. You know, you will believe in the product or service. You're not going to have any issues with them trying to nickel and dime you, so on and so forth. Most of the time, it's fine. But just for that 5% of the time that it doesn't feel right, that things don't feel great, listen to your gut and simply say no. Don't have any wasted time, wasted energy. Just focus on getting that next client. So hopefully this video helped you. Again, I don't really see too many people speaking about saying no and turning down clients. You only really hear about people saying take on clients. So just wanted to give you a bit of an insight so you hopefully don't make the same mistakes I did when I first started my agency. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in a higher level training, a more in-depth step-by-step training program, I have actually just recently released the 2.0 version of my Social Media Marketing Academy program. There's over 100 new lessons. We've got 400 plus lesson resources, exact PDF scripts, exact templates, exact contracts. It's honestly, there's nothing on the market that is so step-by-step as that training program. So if you're interested, the link to that's going to be down below. Just take a look at the sales page. It's got all the information on there, the testimonials. Take a look. I think it could really benefit a lot of you. Again, subscribe if you are new. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.